Further resources. So of course, the developer.android.com is really the official documentation. Some of the stuff there is really good. A lot of the stuff I don't think goes deep enough. And there's also times when you'll see that some of the code doesn't quite match up like it should. Like when I did the notifications example, let me bring him up for a second. And let's take a look here. So if I said Android notifications. Oh, come on, fingers. Notifications overview. So inside here, if I go to create a notification, here was the channel. So for creating a channel, they have some code here that's out of date. Anytime you see something like this where it's explicitly calling out a different version, there's a decent chance that there's a compatibility library function that does that. And when I had the channel stuff up here, I used notification channel compat and set that up as opposed to using this old code. So once in a while, the code is a little old on there. Honestly, I can't blame them because it's a ton of information to try to keep straight. And they do a decent job with a lot of it, but you're going to find chunks like this once in a while that are outdated. And it's a little disappointing sometimes. So, think critically about what you're looking at here. But this is the main site that you're going to want to look at. There's some tech blogs out there. Here's a couple of them that I follow. Some of them are for just kind of the consumer side, saying what's available on Android. Other ones are developer type stuff. There's some good tutorials out there. These are three of the places that I've gone that I think have pretty decent tutorials. Lars Vogel, MK Young, and Toots Plus. Sometimes they're a little thin. Lars tends to he'll have a little more breadth than he will depth sometimes, but sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that'll get you going on there. And Toots Plus tends to kind of go into a little bit more detail, but they aren't always the most up to date. But these are some places you may want to look for some information. But that's about it. I just wanted to point out a couple of places there that were kind of useful for other resources there. Overall, I'd love to say, thanks for attending the class and making this a good class here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you end up creating an application, send me an email. Let me know. I'd love to check it out. I always love seeing what students do after the class, whether it's just, a personal thing or they're actually publishing it, making some money off it. Or, if you just want to let me know you're doing something at work with it. It's like, that's always awesome. And if you have any feedback, if there was something with the content that seemed like the order was off, or it was something could be organized better or presented better, let me know, because that helps me improve the class for future terms. And you can give me that feedback on the forum there. You can send me an email. If you prefer to wait till your grade's out, that's great. But any feedback is fantastic. It really helps me improve the class for the next group of victims. If anybody's graduating, congratulations. Glad you made it out in one piece. If you have any questions on anything, give me a yell.